I got a leaky heater core in this truck. It's a Freightliner, and I never use the heat in the bunk. This truck has almost 1,000,000 miles on it, and it's $400 to $500 to replace that, just for the parts to replace that heater core. I've had the truck for 6 years. I've never once used the heat back in the bunk. So instead of spending that money to put a new heater core in, I'm just going to take and put some shutoff valves in so that we're not just constantly leaking antifreeze. And the spot where this is going to leak for you is right up in here. These two with this block here are your AC lines coming in. Here with the hoses, those are for your heater core. The antifreeze, well, you can see it's wet. It's not leaking at the moment because the truck's been parked for a while. But antifreeze just leaks out of there, a puddle every night. So I'm going to use, I got some new silicone hose for this. This is a nice hose to work with. And I got a couple shutoff valves here. Now I got the ones, there's different kinds of valves, you know, gas and water and whatever. These particular ones have Vitron seals in them, which is chemical resistant. So I'm going to use that because we're, you know, putting antifreeze through them. Not that antifreeze would probably cause any problems there, but at least then it's chemical resistant seals. And with this blue silicone hose, you should use this special kind of hose clamp. These aren't the right hose clamps for this, but this is a Sunday afternoon. I got to leave out in the morning, and this job has to be done today. So this isn't ideally the type of valve I'd wanted. I would want something a little smaller. I got a valve here and I threaded some pieces into the ends. I would have preferred to have barbed fittings, but this will work and the job has to be done today. So I'm going to put these clamps on temporarily, and I'll get the right ones. The difference is the ones for these silicone hoses, they have a smooth sleeve all the way around in here instead of these teeth biting on the silicone, because they will bite through it. Those other clamps do not have that, and they make a nice seal around here without biting in. So I'll put these on temporarily. I may have to reuse a couple of the older clamps meanwhile too, but the job will be done today and I can roll down the road for tomorrow. So we're under the cab now. This is a Freightliner Columbia, and here's our water lines here. Now these could stand to be replaced anyway, that's why I'm putting new hose on. And I don't know if you can see, it denotes your return. It's got an arrow pointing this way, back to the engine. And then this one up here in front has got an arrow pointing back towards the bunk. So this is the supply, this is the return. We got to block both of them off, otherwise we're going to have water sneaking up through the return line and it's still going to leak. So what I'm going to do is I got these double clamped, take these hose clamps off, take these clamps off, pull off this hose, then we'll start piecing the new one in. So I got this done. One thing I forgot to mention is before you do this, you got to drain the antifreeze out of your system. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So to do that, you need a couple of buckets, and you loosen this drain right here. It'll drain out into your bucket. Otherwise, you can pull the plug on one of these plugs on your lower radiator pipe here. I pull this one because you get more coolant out that way from your water pump and stuff. It's a lower point. So I just pull that one out. Now, I did end up doing something a little different here. I had to reuse a couple sections of the old hose because turns out I needed to save some of this hose to replace in another water line I found is bad. So these two back sections here really won't see water anymore, so I put them in there. Then these handles here, it's off now. And then if I ever replace that heater core, I want to use them again, I just turn them on and then it'll let antifreeze go back to the heater core again. And like I said, I got a few clamps here. I had to use the old ones. I put a couple new ones on there, but they're not the right ones that I want on here, so I'll grab those new ones down the road here. But this will get me down the road tomorrow for a load I got to pick up. It ain't perfect, but it's going to work. Got a little bit of a bend right here in this hose, but I'll work that out. I'll just adjust the hose a little bit, and that's it. So all I got to do is fill the system back up with antifreeze and check for leaks, and I'm done. So if you like this kind of thing, hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you next video.